take you on a journey of empowering change, restoring communities. That's our vision statement, but it's also our passion to see communities restored and changed through bringing hope to people that feel hopeless. We want to bring hope to them and help make a world of difference in their lives. You can be involved by donating funds or gifts in kind. What we really need is not just the one-off donations, but we need people to give regularly. This enables us to be able to manage our programs, to budget them and organically grow through sustainable. Many people giving $5 for going a coffee, for getting their cappuccinos, every week giving $5 will make a massive difference to the lives of the people. You can also be involved by going. We have mission trips, humanitarian trips that go to the Philippines and other countries, make a difference in those communities. So I encourage you to be a part of those teams, whether you have a skill or not. We can have tradespeople, nurses, doctors, but also anybody that can go and make a difference and bring hope will be a big part of the change we need. And what if you can't go or give? I encourage you right now to become an advocate. We are needing advocates who will not only share our pages and have birthday fundraisers, but also to be able to have fundraised themselves and help raise money for the cause and advocate on behalf of the people that are struggling. Thank you very much in advance for your help. And let's all together empower, change and restore communities. God bless you heaps, guys. I appreciate you all.
On screen. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to 5 Questions. My name is Glenda, and I'm here this evening with Pastora Merriam Bagasan from Jesus Set Free Ministries, who are absolutely valued, Create the Change Australasia partners. And first of all, Pastora Merriam, happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you.
Can you tell me just a little bit? Tell me a little bit about your motherhood journey.
First of all, magandang gabi. Good evening to everybody. One of my greatest joys comes from being a mother. I got 4 lovely kids. Raising them was a challenging task, but it was really fulfilling, was enjoyable, priceless, and every stage was truly a unique and learning experience for me. I was I raised them up. I became a teacher, their mentor, the discipler, and now their advisor.
That's wonderful. Can you tell me, I know that you and your husband, Pastor George, have been involved with prison ministry for quite some time now. I
Yes.
believe a decade. What
Yes.
inspired you to minister within the prison system?
The thing that inspired us is what God is doing inside and behind the prison walls. We have met people whom God has changed amazingly. Their lives has been changed, and they were not the only one that was changed, but their community, their family, they impacted their community as well. And God is really in the business of transforming lives in the prison walls, jails, and we would like to be a part of that. We would like to be where God is, where God's action is.
Wow. Well, today, and particularly in light of the Mother's Day celebrations that have been taking place around the world, we're looking today particularly at the challenges facing women that are in prison, and particularly those who are mothers and those who are separated from their children. So, given this current COVID situation, how long has it been since some of these mothers have last seen their children, and are there ways that they can be in contact with them, or do they not see them at all?
Because of the pandemic, visits are not allowed because of the health protocols. So most of them, they
Mm.
haven't visited on a face-to-face basis their mothers for all more than a year, and some of them even more than a year, because even without the restriction, the ECQ, the protocols, most of them are not visited because of the lack of money. Most of the
Mm.
PDLs are for people who cannot pay their bills. So, transportation, visiting their loved ones is really a big deal for them. But we think the BJNP right now, they have an e-dalaw, meaning e-visitor. They can chat with their parents online, but sadly, not all of them can avail that because of the lack
Mm.
of internet facility, lack of cell phones. So it's very really challenging inside the jail facilities at this time.
So, Pastor Miriam, uh, the prison system in the Philippines is quite different from here in Australia.
Yes.
Here, people have rooms and they have room to move around and they have privacy. What is it like inside the prisons where you minister?
In the prisons where we ministered, especially in Pasay, they are jammed. They are so jammed because the facility is small, and there is an overcrowding problem in the facility because of the drug problems. So they saw a lot of inmates coming in, but there are no extensions, or there are no facilities that could cater to the rising number of people incarcerated. So we see a lot of problems with skin diseases because of the jam-packed facilities.
Wow. So, at this particular moment in time, again, as we're talking about mums and being in prison, what would be their current pressing needs of these mums? And how can society outside of the prison system, how outside the walls, how can we help?
The pressing need, actually, they have a number of pressing needs, but one of their pressing needs is with regards to their essentials, physical needs, because they are jam packed. The toiletries are inadequate because of the number of people and the limited budget. So they need hygiene essentials like soap, toothpaste, shampoos. They also need food and medicine to treat their skin diseases. And the people like us, the society can help by addressing their needs, their physical needs. And we can help by donating anything. We can donate cash or any kind that would alleviate their present sufferings, physical sufferings. Of course, they need also emotional care, mental care, and spiritual care.
Wow. So we've been talking about putting together 300 Mother's Day care packs for the mothers that are in prison that will include those toiletries like
Yes.
soap, shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, and a toothbrush, things that often we take for
Yes.
granted. What do these care packs do for the prisoners? What does it do for them personally when you take and give them a pack or give them something special?
When we give them a pack, as you said, it may, for us, it is just an ordinary thing, but it meant so much to them, especially because of their lack. And whatever we give to them, even if it is small, it will never be forgotten. It creates an impact to them that they are cared for, that they are being loved, they are never forgotten, they are never neglected. This small pack can create a relationship that can be trusted. And through these gifts that we give, they feel they are valued, and they start to open up. They start to communicate with us, knowing that we really care for them. We do not treat them as though as people who are not worth it, but we give through this pack, which of course we teach them the love of God, the mercies of God, the grace of God, and with this gift pack, it is showing God's love in action. Because talk is cheap. How do you present the God of love, the love of God? You by sharing, by caring for them, and this packs is like saying to them, "You are worth our time. You are worth our gifts. You are worth our love, and you are worth our care." These
And
acts of
and
kindness, yep, these acts of kindness, even if they are small, even if it's just a pack of soap, but it really matters to them. It makes a difference in our ministry and in our relationship with them.
how does that change the atmosphere within the prisons? The fact that you're going in there, you're bringing these gifts, you're sharing the gospel. Have you seen a change within the systems that you are currently working in?
With what we're doing, we offer Bible-based programs, and part of this is gift giving. Whenever we give something, we always put it in our mind that we are giving to Jesus. And because we're giving to Jesus, the Bible said, "Whatever you do to the least of your brothers, you do unto me." And because that is our mindset, we're giving to Jesus, so we give our best. And when we see that we give our best, their mindset is changed. No, they feel important. They put value in themselves because we put value in them. So it's a chain reaction. They started to put value in themselves, and through this, their lives are changed. The way they think about themselves change, and hope is restored. And it's very easy to lead them from darkness to light
Yes,
through this gift giving.
that is fabulous. One of the questions I guess I wanted to ask was, how does the work that you do, how does that correlate or fit in with Create the Change Australasia's vision of empowering change and restoring communities?
Yes, when you create a mindset, when you create a relationship, we give because we want to establish relationship. We teach them, we disciple them, we mentor them because we would like to establish a relationship with them. When you started to create that, you started to create some trust, and this will lead them. This will lead them to open up themselves, and this is a start of the change that would be making for them. This is the start of the transformation. And when you transform them, and when they get out of the jail, their families are also transformed. And when you transform them, their community change. And really, they said you cannot rehabilitate inside the jail, but no, change is a process, and it does not. We believe that change does not happen overnight, but what Set Free is doing is we're doing it one step at a time. Uh, we start with caring, sharing, so that they will really put, as I've said before, they put value in themselves, and when they see their worth, uh, and and God's plan for them, uh, hope starts to arise, and uh, we see a new person. God is able to make all things new. I've seen it before in. I've met a lot of people who were sentenced to death row, but because of the love of God and person was we who were willing to help them uh, to transform, they were able to miraculously they were freed, they were changed, and they were able to change in the family, change in their community. And that person I was talking about, he was able to build, to establish a foundation, and it really helped his community. And that's one of the things that inspires me. God is really in the business of transforming lives. Uh, he does not change
Yes.
the same yesterday, today, and forever. And if he can do it before, he can do it again. And we want to see more and more people whose lives can be changed by what Jesus can do and what we can do through our Lord, through the help of the people, to the people inside the church. It's really a
Wow.
partnership.
So you're seeing people really changing
Yes,
in because of the ministry that you're taking, because of the love, because of the gift, and because of the knowledge
yes,
that they
yes,
are valued and that God loves them just unconditionally, and
yes,
that's actually changing them and then changing the outcome
yes.
of their sentence. Um,
Yes, God really did wonders, did awesome. It was really a miracle. God can make miracles if we really ask for it. God said, "Whatever you ask, I
yes,
shall give it." If you have faith.
yes,
I've seen also. I've met people who has life sentences, and now they are. Sometimes we do partnership. We go to missions in different jails because they became composers. They became missionaries who were they were ex inmates, ex convicts as they used to call them, but we don't call them ex convicts. They are people changed by God. They are renewed
wow,
people. God really created something out of nothing from them. It's really amazing. You see, I think it's a masterpiece. You can see masterpieces in the jail because there it was tremendous change. No one would really understand how what happened to this person. No, it's all because someone came for them. Someone shared the word to them, and someone lead the way in order for them to see a light, to see hope in the
yes.
dark prison cells.
Wow. So really every dollar every dollar that's given, that's sown in, changes a life.
Yes.
I know that for us, we because of the monetary exchange, a small amount of money here, for instance, in Australia or in in Australian dollars, American dollars, or euros, that when that's translated, when that's actually changed into Filipino into pesos, it goes a very, very long way, doesn't it?
Yes. Everybody can be a part of their change. Everybody
Yes,
can be a
yes.
part, even if $1. God said, God does not. God said, whatever you want to give, if it is within your heart, to help. No, our sacrifices, however little it may be, it can make a difference in their lives, and that difference, and that can be a life changing
Wow.
sacrifice.
Someone's just written in a question, and this is one I was actually going to ask you myself. The question is, why are these people in jail? Have they been found guilty of something?
Actually, those in the jail are their cases are being heard. They're not yet actually sentenced. They don't have a guilty sentence. Their case is ongoing. Those in the believed prison, they are the ones that are sentenced. We go to these city jails where their sentence are ongoing, are in process or on process. So,
So
so
these
probably the
women that
request
you
the women,
sorry,
those in the jail, they were apprehended, and there
yes.
was an evidence that they have committed a crime. So they are in the city jails, and their cases are being heard while they are in the jail.
So they've not yet been charged as guilty. They're just
Yes,
awaiting for their sentence.
yes, and their
Goodness,
cases, the witnesses are ongoing. The case hearing, the hearing of the case are ongoing.
ongoing.
Yes.
How long does it take sometimes for these cases to be heard? How long can someone be find themselves in jail without having had their case been heard?
Sometimes their problem is because of the many cases. Um, it took them 2 years, 3 years, because sometimes when that's one of their prayer items, that they will have resolution of the case, because some of their problems is the witness are not there, the arresting officers are not there, so their cases are being prolonged by the absence of witnesses and police officers, and sometimes with the lawyers. But right now, good thing, the Department of Justice, the Supreme Court, the Manila Trial Court, they are having electronic hearings in order to decongest the jails right now,
Okay.
because of the jam packed problem.
Yes. So for a lot of the people that are in there, if it wasn't for those visits that you make, if it wasn't for the gift packs, if it wasn't for the caring from others, it could be quite a hopeless situation. So that must really impact their mental health
Yes, yes,
as
yes, yes.
well.
Yes, last before the pandemic, we had minor surgery, medical mission, minor surgery for boils. When I was during our prayer and counseling, I learned that they were using, because of the lack of money to buy the beauty soap, the soap. They use the bar soap, the laundry soap. That's and because they are using the laundry soap because it's cheaper, and they can use it for their laundry and for their bodies. their skin diseases proliferated, and they got infected.
Wow.
They infect their mates, their inmates, and so whenever they're, and some of them, they don't they cannot buy shampoos, so they also use those
So,
soaps. Yes, the laundry soap. So really, there was so many cases of skin diseases, boils inside the jail facility. So whenever someone gives them a hygiene pack, oh, they are so happy, really happy. They treasure it. They will love you for it. Really, it's a treasure for them. Yeah.
so how long would that pack, how long would that last them?
It would last
You know,
for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, because they will
we use it.
yeah, uh, they use it in such a way that they can prolong it, to extend it to 2 weeks use. Yeah.
Yes. So the more packs, the more
Yes.
people sew in, the more you can keep sending these packs in and sending these gifts in to
Yes.
help to keep back these skin diseases
Yes.
and bring
Yes.
that hope.
Yes.
Yes.
Because really, we have
Wow.
to treat. We really have to give them, so that to prevent the infection and of the of skin diseases in the jail facilities, because they sleep side by side. They are like sardines. So when
Sardines.
sardines, so when one got a boil, he passed it to the next person. So the last time, really,
Yes.
when
Yes.
when we did a mission, we had many surgeries, minor
Wow.
surgeries for the boils, because
Wow.
really infected.
Wow. Here
So
I have another
your gift, really, the care packs is really uh,
they're
the
important.
best that they can give at this time, that they
Wow.
can receive at this time.
Wow. I have another question for you. Um, is the already existing overcrowding, is that being exacerbated by the COVID pandemic?
Oh, yes. There are still a lot of there's still a lot of offenders being being jailed at the moment, and that's one of their problems. Because of the limited space, they have to quarantine the incoming
Wow.
inmates. So it's really a problem, right? In one of our facilities where we service, um, the 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 rate of infection, the infection, now, because of the limited space, there is no separate room. The possibility really is high. So yesterday, we prayed on the place. We really prayed that the incomings will all be COVID negative. Otherwise,
Yes.
he will infect a lot of people inside. Actually, in one of our facilities, even the jail officers got infected.
Wow.
So they really
Wow.
have to exercise cautions and proper health protocols. So we are doing it right now. Our service, we're doing it online by Zoom. We're not allowed to
Okay.
get there, to get inside the facility.
So how often do your Zoom meetings? How frequent are they?
It's on 2 times a month, and the other one, it's on a weekly basis. But
Okay.
sometimes we stop for a while. They cancel because they will use the area as quarantine area facilities. Like in Pasay, we will stop for 2 weeks because there are incoming new inmates. There are incoming inmates that they have to isolate, and the place where they gather, where they do the where we do the Bible study, it will be used as a quarantine facility, so we stopped. And at this time,
Wow.
we really need to extend our Bible study because they need our emotional care and mental care and spiritual care. Because really, we
Yes.
are facing a
Yes.
very challenging time. It's really very, you don't know what happens next. And they really need to hear the word of God, the hope that comes from the word of God.
So those care packs again, when they go into the prison, that's just a practical, tangible way of
Yes,
letting, particularly in this for the Mother's Day packs, to let those mums know that hey, we're still here, we love you,
yes,
we care
yes.
about you. We
Amen.
may not be
Yes,
able to see you face to face,
yes,
but we haven't forgotten you or left you
yes,
behind.
yes, yes,
That must make a big difference to their mental health as well, to know that
yes,
you that they're not left out or left behind.
yes,
Yes,
yes. They
yes,
know that they know when you care. Actually, they don't care what you know, but they know when you care for them.
yes, yes. That is very, very good. That is very good. Well, we are open for more questions, and if anybody has any questions for Pastor Merriam, please send them through on your Facebook page, on the Facebook Live, and the team will forward them to us. Um, it's amazing when we are talking. There's like, oh, but what about this and what about that? And here's the question from me. So we're way past 5 questions by now, by the way, but that's okay. Are the men and women prisoners in separate prisons or separate areas, or are they all in the one?
They have separate dormitories. Uh, Male separate facilities, female separate facilities. Uh, each has their own warden, their own jail officers. They are not mixed. They have different offices,
Okay.
facilities.
And are there mums that actually give birth in the prison system
Um,
while they're in prison?
while they are in prison, once they gave birth, yes, there has been, but they gave birth.
Yes.
They bring them to the hospitals, and then they go back to the jail facilities, and then
And
their relatives get the baby after a week
wow.
or two because they cannot accommodate the baby. It's not safe for the health
Yes.
of the baby.
Yes. Wow. That
Mm,
must be really, really difficult.
yes.
Really difficult.
But the jail
Um,
officers, they are really nice. They are also caring. There are nurses there that will take care
yes.
of them. Yes. They assist them. They assist them in the hospitals. Yeah.
So we've heard that the prisoners that you're ministering to and caring for, it makes a change in their life. What about for those prison guards and the nurses and the security that are in the prison? How does what you do impact their life?
Actually, we also share to them. We also give them gifts, and we have established a
Ah,
relationship with them. The last time they were infected with COVID, we gave them emotional care and spiritual care. When they were in the quarantine facilities, I called them via Zoom, by a messenger, and I shared to them the gospel, and they accepted the Lord, and we prayed for their sickness. And now they are now back in their job. We're able to minister also to them. And we also give them Bibles. And when they have questions, we answer them. Really, it's like a family already, a relationship.
So it has a very positive impact, not just on those that are incarcerated or in prison, but also on the prison authorities.
Yes, yes,
You're having an impact on them as well.
yes, yes, definitely.
Definitely.
Yes.
How many prisons do you minister into?
We are regular in four, in four, in four,
In four.
for facilities, but we quarterly. Last time we go to the different district jails upon invitation, and we see to it. We do missions every quarterly, but it is not possible right now. So we do
Yeah.
Zooms. We do celebrate recovery. It's a program, and we will be introducing it to our jails, to some of our jails. It's a very good tool. It's a very good Bible-based program by Saddleback Church. It's just like Anonymous, Alcoholic Anonymous, but it's really very, very good, especially for the repeat offenders. You celebrate recovery from hurts, bad habits, and hang-ups.
Wow. So what you're doing is spreading around to go to other places. So not just the
Yes,
prisons that are close to
yes,
you, but the
yes,
district
yes,
prisons, because it's having
yes,
such a positive impact.
yes, yes. We do mission works, especially where it is most needed. When somebody would ask us, this prison, they don't have this, they don't have that, can you come and help us? Then we go.
Yes.
We do evangelistic concerts, and we distribute Bibles, and we distribute gifts and food, care packs and
So
foods.
it's very, very important then
Yes,
for people
yes,
to come alongside to sow
yes,
into this ministry, because it's impacting not just one life, but
yes,
hundreds and thousands of people who are being impacted.
yes.
Here is my final question: do you have enough money to do what you want to do today?
Actually, we do not have enough money.
Exactly. And the question I
Yes,
ask this is because the vision is always so vast. And so I know that we're asking for people to give for 300 care packs for Mother's Day. But if people really want to get on board and make an impact, you can always obviously you've got many more people that you could give these care packs to that would make a difference in their lives. And
yes.
so yes, I'm just having a look to see a question. Oh, so one of the questions we've asked is if our guests are able to share this interview on our Facebook pages, which we will, and also for others. If you're watching tonight and you can share this, please do. Because I know there's a world full of people who want to help. People ask, how can I make a difference? How can I help? I can't go there. I don't have, this or that, but I can sow $5. I can sow 10. I can sow 100, or I can sow 1,000. And so by sharing this, we're letting people know that there is a need that you can help with right now, today. And so, Pastor Merriam, I just want to say thank you. I want to thank you and Pastor George for the tremendous work that you do, and for being our hands and feet. We
Yes.
can't be where you are, but we can walk alongside you, we can pray with you, and we can help support what you do. And so I just want to say thank you very, very much for joining us tonight, and just say God bless you,
Thank you.
and yes. So that's it for 5 questions from me. We do have a little extra time for questions if anybody has them, but my 5 questions are up, and I just know that Pastor Merriam and I could probably talk all night. No problem at all.
Yes.
But yes, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll both say good night to you, and we'll hand back over to the team. So
Thank you very
you
much.
to everybody. Thank you to Create the Change Australasia, and we'll see you on our next 5 questions in a couple of weeks' time. God bless you. Good
Thank
night.
you. God bless.
I'd like to take you on a journey of empowering change, restoring communities. That's our vision statement, but it's also our passion to see communities restored and changed through bringing hope to people that feel hopeless. We want to bring hope to them and help make a world of difference in their lives. You can be involved by donating funds or gifts in kind. What we really need is not just the one-off donations, but we need people to give regularly. This enables us to be able to manage our programs, to budget them and organically grow through sustainable. Many people giving $5 for going a coffee, for getting their cappuccinos, every week giving $5 will make a massive difference to the lives of the people. You can also be involved by going. We have mission trips, humanitarian trips that go to the Philippines and other countries, make a difference in those communities. So I encourage you to be a part of those teams, whether you have a skill or not. We can have tradespeople, nurses, doctors, but also anybody that can go and make a difference and bring hope will be a big part of the change we need. And what if you can't go or give? I encourage you right now to become an advocate. We are needing advocates who will not only share our pages and have birthday fundraisers, but also to be able to have fundraised themselves and help raise money for the cause and advocate on behalf of the people that are struggling. Thank you very much in advance for your help. And let's all together empower, change and restore communities. God bless you heaps, guys. I appreciate you all.